Yes, sir. You are audible perfectly.
Okay,
Uh,
perfect.
Thanks for joining in, sir.
Uh,
Sir, before we begin, we have some videos lined up from our sponsors. We-
Perfect, perfect.
We'll take you a couple of minutes to play them, and then we'll start with the webinar.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
रामू, सुना है कि तुम्हारे खेत में अच्छी फसल हुई है।
हाँ, काफी अच्छी फसल कटी है भैया इस बार। जब मुझे पता चला कि मेरे खेत में समस्या है, तो खेती विशेषज्ञ की सलाह पर मैंने सरदार खाद का इस्तेमाल किया। अब देखो नतीजा।
क्या बात है, मैंने तो बहुत कोशिश की, लेकिन नतीजा खराब ही निकला।
हर फसल की अपनी जरूरतें होती है और हर खेत की मिट्टी अलग। इन सब के लिए GSFC ने विभिन्न प्रकार के खाद सरदार ब्रांड में पेश किए हैं। तुम सीधे उनके टोल फ्री नंबर पर फोन करो और अपनी समस्या का समाधान पाओ, और फिर अपने निकट के GATL किसान सुविधा केंद्र में जाकर उपयुक्त खाद वाजिब दाम में पाओ। सरदार, खेतों की जान, किसानों की शान।
India, a nation powered by a billion dreams. Dreams that we aspire to fulfill every day. Together with our collaboration and commitment, as India embraces to be a $5 trillion economy by 2025, we are all geared up to be a part of this monumental journey to usher in a brighter, better future. Together, we touch ordinary lives and make that difference. We better every day. Together, we make steel that you carve into your agri-equipment. Together, we sow the seeds of success. We make steel that gives the grit and grind to your heavy equipment. Together, we change the landscape of our country. We make steel that you beautifully mold into your automobiles, just to drive our nation on its path towards prosperity. We make steel that you transform into solar energy. Together, we steer our nation towards a greener tomorrow. We make steel that relays your transmission lines, just to brighten the future of millions. We make steel that styles your appliances. Together, we bring happy smiles. We make steel that adorns your development projects. Together, we provide shelter to millions. We touch lives, make them better together, every day. We empower communities, make them better together, every day. We nurture dreams, make them better together, every day. As India embarks on its accelerated growth journey, we are firmly placed to leave our mark in it. Together, we touch millions of lives and make them better every day. India, a nation.
Okay, so let's get started with our webinar now. Good evening to one and all present from within the country and beyond. My name is Varun. I am a senior undergraduate in the discipline of Material Science and Engineering at IIT Gandhinagar, and I'll be moderating today's webinar organized by Amalthea. So Amalthea is IIT Gandhinagar's annual student-run technical summit. The ongoing Amalthea marks the 11th edition of the summit, and it is also the first ever online edition. The theme for this year is Connect, Collaborate, Create. Webinars are crucial element of Amalthea this year, especially since it's happening online. And the first four webinars witnessed experts from fields of data science, economics, VFX, and quantum information. Today is the fifth webinar of the series, and I take immense pleasure in welcoming our speaker for today's webinar, Dr. Mylswamy Annadurai. Dr. Annadurai is a multifaceted personality, a space scientist of international repute, a technical leader of par excellence, and a brilliant administrator, orator, writer, and humanitarian, among others. He has planned from scratch and successfully executed internationally reputed projects such as the Chandrayaan 1 and Mangalyaan, India's most prominent space missions to the moon and Mars. Currently, he is the Vice President of Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology and Chairman of the Board of Governors of the National Design and Research Forum. Prior to holding these responsibilities, Dr. Annadurai led more than 3,000 vibrant scientists and engineers as the director of ISRO's Satellite Center to realize a record 29 satellites during his tenure. Since 1982, Dr. Annadurai has contributed to more than 60 satellites made in India, apart from leading many international committees on space science and technology for our nation. It is a great honor to have Dr. Annadurai with us in today's webinar, where he has kindly agreed to share his experiences and thoughts in his talk titled Space to Earth, Legacy of Challenges and Opportunities. Before I hand it over to Sir, I would request the participants to keep their questions coming through the Q&A option. We'll have a short question and answer session towards the end of the webinar. Now, without any further ado, I would request Dr. Annadurai to take up the session. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for a good intro. And the next, possibly for the 45 minutes, just I will touch upon the topic of what is today's, I think, point of view. Towards that, I think I would like to share a couple of view graphs. Yeah, hope you're able to see my view graph.
It will take some time to come, sir. We can wait.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We can see it now.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Yeah. Now the space to Earth. I think the space to Earth to take some time now. So that's how that view graph also probably has taken time, the way in which it's going at various ways. So now the topic what I will take is space to Earth, legacy of challenges and opportunities. Okay. This topic itself may look like some sort of intricate. Space is all about that. You know that. So is the title. But I think when we are, even if somebody would have expected something, somebody has foreseen something, probably he also maybe get faltered the way in which this goes. Because it is touching not only in general what is space to Earth, legacy, challenges, opportunities. I'm trying to connect even the personally also, okay? Because whatever the work we do, whatever we do, it should have some personal touch. I always believe that. So I'm trying to touch that also here. Personal touch in terms of space is a global, but how in terms of Indian, in terms of you and me, also how it gives a challenge and as well as an opportunity. It's a cyclic. It gives a challenge. You take it. It gives a next opportunity. You take it. The opportunity to really to make it, you have to take it as a good challenge and do. So this is a vibrant situation happen in space and how it helps for back to space. My own way I'm trying to touch upon here. This view graph, you don't worry about too much, even if you're in your laptop or iPhones or the cell phones, not really easy. But it basically, its message is space per se space, when we're talking about, it is not vantage space. It is basically when we are talking about the man going to the space. That point of view, it is in the Cold War time. It's a space war. Space war means not people fighting a war. Who is going to win in that? Who is going to lead? I think leading nations of then, USSR and USA, United States of America, had their own way of technical supremacy to show to the world who are the better. So they used the space as a vantage point. But accordingly, there very many things happened there. But when very many things are happening to show their supremacy, and those things have their own spin-off back to Earth, starting from microprocessor, starting from email, then the internet is coming. Then you are talking about operating systems, ADA computer language. I think you name many, many things. Basically, to show the supremacy, something they invented, something they innovated that helped back to the earth also. So this is just a thing I'm trying to put it there. How it has happened, even the man going to the moon, going to the space, coming back. All these things are all giving some sort of a technology back to earth, and that in turn helped for the human in large. That's happened there. But now, what does that mean for our context, Indian context? Okay, India also, Indian space program, putting the whole history of the last 60 years in a one view graph, born in 60s with the vision of national development, not to compete with anybody else, not to challenge anybody else, not to go to the moon, not to go to the Mars. Basically, the idea is how with the vision, national development, and the benefit to common man through space. First two industrial revolutions, India could not really take the fruit. But in the space era, we have to leapfrog for that, how the space technology can be used. I think that is the very reason why we have started. And that vision had taken the many paths that we gradually increase in the space assets. That means we made the space asset in various satellites, starting in experimental phase in 60s or 70s, very, very modern satellites, launch vehicles, something like that. Then in the 80s, we had 4 satellites of experimental to operational for the communication and remote sensing point of view. 90s, it has gone big way because those are the days we had only one national TV. So slowly it's got spread out in various ways. The connectivity in terms of the telephony, in terms of the your broadcasting system, radios or television, many things started happening there. Similarly, remote sensing also connecting these things for our own people, for the weather forecast, or the seasonal rains point of view, or the flood point of view, then for the farmer, for the fisherman, very many things for Indian context, how the satellite can be used. It slowly entered into a operational phase. In 2000s, when you're talking about here, now we are nearly 60 satellites operational with approximately more than 300 transponders, multiple sensors in space. That means now we are able to see multiple channels and multiple sensors, day and night sensor. Very many things are happening for both communication and remote sensing, navigation, weather forecasting, science. I think very many things happened there. So while doing all these things, slowly we emerged. Though we started when the superpowers were trying, we started a bit late. But I think you can see that slowly we are not only doing our best to make societal needs, and we have surged ahead in terms of historically look at here. Though we are the 70th mission go to the moon, and Chandrayaan 1 is the one first given unambiguously for the water on the moon. In 2009, we had discovered water on the moon. Then similarly, the successful insertion of the Mars orbiter mission, the first attempt itself, I think that is the India made a history. Similarly, bulk satellite launches in one go. As on today, we are leading the record in 2017 it happened. So that means one side we have done what is expected for our own people. Now another side we have shown to the world is slightly different way, where the superpowers are trying to show who are they are, but slowly we are also shown, though we came late. I think we have made very many latest things we have done there. So now having seen this, moving ahead, what is the moving ahead? With satellites manufacturing. Normally called spacecraft is called spacecraft. The craft means you have to graft it. But now there too producing the satellites. So that is a new era in India is emerging. And advanced research and the development activities to meet one side national demands. Not only it is not a small case, now it's a big way. And beyond the national demands, there emerging a possibility, India will be able to play a meaningful role for the international space arena, For the new emerging countries in the space to come, definitely for them, India is showing the way and many countries are following. That's already happening there. So you look at here, the 60 years, definitely India's wisdom in the space has grown up and the space assets has gone up. And this is the overall legacy point of view. Look at here, our path is different, but still we also reached here some height to be shown as one of the space powers in the world. I think first 3 or 4 definitely today we are leading into that thing. But our beginning was very, very modest. You have seen that what USS and Russia point of view, a good amount of money they spent, but our things very modest. ISRO 70s and 80s, look at here. The working arena was something like this. Okay, in a bullock cart, first our Apple experimental satellite is moving, and you can see how the nose cone of the small sounding rocket is being taken on the bicycle, and here the two youngsters are working on a system. I think this man is none other than Dr. Kalam. Okay, that it shows just symbolically the picture talks more than what any letter or voice talks about. Okay, this shows the indication of how modest our beginning was, but still how we have come up today. I think that is the legacy. Just I want to touch upon here. So that means today where we stand. Look at here today, our infrastructure is second to none anybody in the world. Okay, I think that definitely I can tell you that across India, we have very good infrastructure to make the satellites of any kind, state of the satellites of any kind to make. I think today India possesses infrastructure, a huge infrastructure in terms of the making the satellites, making the instruments, making the launch vehicle, launching it, and using the data and applications point of view. I think India is definitely one of the leading countries in the world. So this infrastructure also talks about what it is grown in the over 60 years. This by statistics point of view, different types of space assets in terms of communication and meteorological satellites, what are operational today? Earth observation satellites, how many we have? And we have the navigation satellites, our own navigation systems of two groups, NAVIC using IRNSS group of satellites. And we have another thing with the communication satellites, Gagan, with the 3 satellites of providing the inputs for our own civil aviation, the aviation department point of view, for them, the landing and the routing point of view. And we also have very, very modest, but still a meaningful space science presence in terms of satellites right away. Anyhow, Chandrayaan 1 has lost its life, but these are all the satellites right away in the operational. Mars orbiter mission still, I think it is originally we aimed for 6 months of life. Now I think beyond 6 years. 2013 it launched, now we are 2021 yearing. So 6-7 years it is, more than that is gone. AstraSat is working, a multi-wavelength astronomical satellite. Then Chandrayaan 2, though lander and rover could not make it to the meaningful way, but Chandrayaan 2 orbiter is still doing a very, very meaningful job, taking view from what Chandrayaan 1, giving a good number of science data. So that way, almost you look at here, the space assets, the family of the satellites India is having today for various thing point of view. So while doing that, this is how. That is a societal application. I told now, it is meant for the common man's societal application. So that is, you look at here, broadly comes under the 10 categories of agricultural, energy, environment, infrastructure, water management, development projects, communication, navigation, meteorology and disaster management. Today, I think you know that India's weather prediction is much better. And even though natural calamities are keep coming, we are able to forewarn much early, and accordingly, the government is able to take the actions. So the casualties in terms of the human casualties, I think we are able to minimize very minimal happening. In spite of the fact today the population density in the areas are very high. Across the world, India's population density in the coastal regions are more, but still our casualties are much less than what used to happen 30-40 years back, thanks to the satellites providing the inputs. Similarly, health and education, some satellites are working. In the pandemic period, to reach it out, definitely when you and me are there, you think some satellite or other is helping you and me to connect. Okay, that's what's happening there. Similarly, when we're doing all these things, yes, though we talk about Mars or Chandrayaan or something like that, that's only a very minuscule budget of the whole thing we do. But still, We made our meaningful presence there. That shows, though this is a 10 in the priority across our own thing, still it has made a global presence for India is concerned. That itself shows, given an opportunity, how we take it the challenge, and how we can show to the world how we can do better than the best. Okay, for the, if you compare apple to apple like that, if anybody compares what is the budget is given to the space science to Indian space program and versus what the output is given, I think is unparalleled efficiency. I can tell you. I think that's what happened there. So this is for the people, by the people. Okay, and this is a 10 maybe for intellectuals, but still the intellectual also gives a sense of pride to Indians. Indians also can do. I think that is the remarkable thing it has happened as this is concerned. Now, having done this much thing there with a very, very minuscule budget, I think to give in a slightly different way, Prime Minister has told in some other way. I would like to tell in some other way. I think India's space budget all along that 60 years, whatever we have done, if you accumulate all the things together and make its dollar terms of today, all accumulated, very recently only we crossed the annual budget of NASA. Okay, 1 year budget of NASA, last 60 years we accumulated is almost similar. In spite of that, you can see what we have done. So that shows what we have done it in this era is concerned. Now, that is some way of putting up a legacy of how given an opportunity took the challenge and to shown it the world. Now let us compare apple to apple a slightly different way. Okay, that's what I'm trying to put here. So the moon is a common objective, correct? Now when we are looking there, we should look for the common target, how many people computed, how individuals got it. Now moon, as I got told here, the first race itself go to the moon, who will land on the moon, many things happened there. No? So now we were the almost last people. The 70th mission, as we go to the 70th mission was our Chandrayaan 1. Let us compare that and versus previous 70 missions, what really happened. So this symbolically indicating a couple of the missions, I mean from various countries, landing on the moon and trying to discover water on the moon. Okay. Now, just I want to make a small way of trying to show how we are better than anybody else, or it's up to you to judge whether we are better or not. Okay. Now, everybody landed on the moon, correct, and they came back. It happened 60s, 70s, and 80s. But they landed and searched for water, and they told no, and they stopped going to the moon and went for the Mars. By the time we took up the same moon, target remains same. Okay, and we are also land and search for water. But you look at here, the smartness in which this same opportunity, how we took it to the challenge very, very nicely. Next graph just will tell you. I think you people are intelligent enough to understand what does it mean. So their problem is moon. They defined the problem as land and search for water. But what Indians have done, search for water and land on the moon. Same moon, same water, just rephrasing the problem. Okay, don't land on the moon and search for water, because when they landed a place, that place searched for water was not there. But what India did, Chandrayaan went search for water. He did. Okay, like that boy, he was trying. Other people tried, but this was a smart fellow did something else. Okay, search for water and land on the moon. That's how, when we did systematic mapping of the whole moon using our remote sensing and communication technologies, what we acquired as on that time, we could see very many places wherever they landed, no water, correct? But where they have not landed, you look at here near the poles, okay, near these places, in these places, water presence we could identify. Only this landing happened very close to where we discovered water on the moon. But this landed on 2013. 4 years later, our discovery to confirm what we have done is correct. Okay, that means all the remaining people landed this place, searched for water, but we searched for the moon for water, and Chandrayaan 2 was trying to land on the moon. Unfortunately, we could not make it, but still, the whole world is looking for that place. Okay, whomever goes and lands and then later confirms, definitely will go. So it is just moon remains same, looking for water remains same. Our budget is nearly much less than anybody's budget, but the same problem we rephrased and we have done something wonderful. Okay, this is the comparison of the legacy of between Apple to Apple. Now, even that, you look at here, when whatever we have done that is concerned, you look at what is the vehicle they used, what is the vehicle we used. Okay, you can compare, this can take a mass of nearly 140,000 kilogram. We are talking about 3,800 kilogram for the similar orbit. So this, from here it has to go to the moon, this it has to go to the moon, and the amount of money whatever we are spending, you can see it when you are making it 2019, that value it is talking about 1.23 billion, we are talking about 28 million. Okay, just you can compare. Okay, but you can compare the result also, both you compare both the thing. You can see how the efficiency whatever I talked about is, what is the order of efficiency, you can calculate. Okay, very as simple as that. And but again, because that has not come free of cost. Okay, whatever I told, very very modest launch vehicle, we made a major impact. It has not come just free of cost. How it has happened, the route whatever they have gone is something like this. Okay, because a very very heavy muscular launch vehicle, it can go after this one shot, it can go to the moon and come back. Okay, that is the power they have. But we could not do that. Science is science. Now physics, you cannot beat the science with a lesser muscle power. But you, with your mind power, your brain can help you to overcome what are lacking in the muscle power. That's what India has done. Okay, we have not gone one shot with PSLV. It's not possible to go one shot, because 140,000 kg payload mass going to the moon one shot is simple. But 3,800 kg, we cannot go to one shot to the moon. But what we have done, we have gone incrementally. They have gone within 5.5 days, but we took long time we took. But still, we have incrementally improved the slingshot effect our own way. And this is the first time anybody has gone to the moon with a very very modest launch vehicle, go to the moon, even though it is our own ingenious way. Okay, that's what we have done there. So that means something lacking from you try to compensate with your some other means. That's what there is shown here, what we have done in this mission is concerned. So that's how we are able to, wherever they could not find water, now we could find water. These are all I told here. Now these are all, they have not landed that places previously. Okay, but only one person landed later, but it's 2030. That means what they have seen correct, but where the landed is not correct place. Okay, that is very simple, as simple that. But just you look into the pole, you can see various craters in terms of few meters of depth, presence of water ice has been seen there. So that means what we have seen, very modest budget, very modest launch vehicle, we have gone the much late. So all put together, everything may be look like disadvantage, everything may be look like disadvantage, but all the disadvantages we overcome with our skillful way of logically connecting the problem, and making first time itself we should succeed. That their patient and the team effort made our Indians thing, because water was not waiting for India, but water was there already, but it looks as if it is waiting for us. That's happened there. Similarly, I think the Mars also, anyhow, I worked more than 30-40 satellites, but just I'm giving few examples. Mars, you look at here, the Mars also, yeah, you look at here, is one of the challenging thing for space point of view, but it provides an opportunity for you to show who you are. Okay, that is the like. So now I showed there how the nearest planetary body we have reached. Now next to that, when you are going to the Mars, but Mars is slightly difficult, because you cannot launch a launch vehicle any day whatever you want. Typically once in 26 months you get an opportunity. There is a geometry gives, because sun being there, around the sun, Earth goes all like any planetary bodies, Mars also going. So these are all having two different orbital planes, two different orbital velocities. So it gives an opportunity. That means when we launch here, Mars supposed to have been here, it comes and embraces this point. So this gives an optimal overall flight path, optimal thing point of view, and the fuel other things point of view. Normal firmware transfer, probably you can try that. But for that, you have to launch a particular day only. In 26 months, you have to launch particular around that time period only you should launch. That is one of the challenge you should do. That means you should make the satellites and wait and do that. Okay, but that much waiting also we don't have luxury. I will tell you so what happens subsequently. So this mission, when we planned, I think somewhere in 2011 we thought we should 2011 end we thought we should go, but earliest opportunity was 2030. So to November we have to launch. Okay, this is the scenario in which it has to departure from the. You think it should happen there? Okay, that's the operator. That's the thing. But now there is one problem. That means at the correct time you should be satellite should be ready and you have to launch. But now another issue is when looking back, previously I showed moon being there to discover water on the moon. They could not do. But anyhow, we have seen possibly a reason that systematically when we are trying, we could overcome that and come back. But now this gives Mars is giving another challenge. One is once in 26 months only an opportunity. That is one point. And that opportunity in 2011, we were talking about only just within 18 months away, it's available. So very short, we should do the launch vehicle and satellite mission plan, everything. Point number one. Point number two, not point number two. One other things you look at here, very many people have gone to the moon. As I told, no, after the moon is not there, they were trying to go for nearest other planet, Mars. So nearly 51 missions have gone to the moon, targeted for the Mars. But after the 51, only 21 would succeed. That means 30 missions were failure. Okay, success was only 42%. That is point number two. That too, none of the space agencies, none of the countries could succeed in the first attempt. At the earliest is US succeeded in fifth attempt. Russia succeeded in ninth attempt. China had to succeed. Japan had to succeed. Now this is another issue. Okay. Then we're looking back why all they failed. Various reasons were there. So looking these two things, time available is less. And even if they have taken nearly 6 to 7 years to make that pre-planned and do that, in spite of that, they had a very huge, very number of failures, and nobody succeeded first attempt. And India will not have a chance more than once. If you fail first attempt, I think your chances with various ways, the media, other ways, so many ways, I think second attempt without success going to be very tough situation. So you can understand what is the challenge coming there. How the challenge, how you convert into opportunity is the legacy, what I'm talking about here. Now, yes, all the things were against odds against us. But now, the whole team, we emerged. I think somebody asked for Mission Mangal. Actually, Mission Mangal script started from here only. Okay. And that script, basically, I used to tell our people, yes, we are, this is a very, very tough job. Money available is less. Schedule available is very, very tight. In spite of that, if is big if we succeed, we are going to make the history because nobody has succeeded first attempt. If we succeed first attempt, we are going to the first. Okay, we would have been a 52nd satellite, but we are going to the first, like Chandrayaan, what happened. I think we can make it, our presence built there also. For that, telling is easy, but how to make it? Okay, and the story, actually, this view graph I used many times, and I think that has come to the Mission Mangal also. Probably you can see what does that mean. So here you look at here, initially, it does look like Chandrayaan only. Same PSLV, okay? Say we have taken the same PSLV, and the path, whatever is taken is something similar to our Chandrayaan only. It just goes around slowly, because I told now going to the moon itself, it's going to be a tough job. Now going to the Mars, we have to travel for 600 million kilometer travel path is something. With that PSLV you have to do here something ingenious, incrementally improve our PSLV also. Okay, that is what we have done here, but taking the cue from what we have done there. Okay, so now this is what I told. Yes, whatever done moon, yes, we can do it for this also. So that has gone various paths, and finally we go one more kick. And the kick is something previously I told. The Mars, which is supposed here, it keep coming around nearly 24 kilometers per second. That the velocities keep coming, orbiting around the sun. Now you can see that around the Earth, it has departed from Earth, and it is going with the gravity of the sun. No fuel. Okay, all along, like Earth and Mars going. Similarly, our satellite also moving. Only thing is we targeted properly, given a proper incremental speed, given the proper direction. Everything is given. Then when we are coming here, our Prime Minister was standing behind us, and we could make autonomously the satellite to acquire around the Mars. When we did, we were the first in the world to make it a historical presence of our mission around the moon. Okay, so using the same PSLV. Okay, using the very, very tight schedule, 11 month schedule. Nobody, nowhere in the world ever, even future also anybody will attempt like that. I doubt. Okay, and that's we have done it. So okay, so now you look at here the spread of accomplishments. The spread of accomplishments. What has happened? Our context. Okay, none other than Indians. I think almost everybody studied in India only. Okay, I went to US only after Chandrayaan discovered water on the moon. Before that, I have not even seen US. So that is a fact. Okay, but nothing lost. Nothing lost today. I think sitting in India, I am also as proud as anybody else. That legacy space has given to us. Okay, space has given to us, and that is in front of you now as a grown system. It's in front of you now. Just I'm giving a personal touch for that. Okay, this coming there. I want to give a personal touch of this. This is first problem. 3 months into ISRO. That means I joined ISRO very, very this way, and 1982. For seeing the way in which ISRO working and doing, you can see this guy how he would have frustrated. Not only frustrated, how he would have rebelled that time. You can see that just fresh from the college. Okay, those days like any other college boy, I was also there. Then I went to Professor R. Rao. He was heading there, and I gave him a 3-page note, and of course not directly to him, to my section yet. He in turn forwarded to Professor R. Rao. And there it is saying to, so no, this is whatever is happening like this, something can be done like this, something can be done like that, I was telling. And basically what I was trying to tell is, center stage of that argument is we should have one software satellite simulator before doing venturing any missions, something like that I was trying to put. But that time we didn't have a very big launch vehicle, we are not even making any operation satellite, but still I told before doing, I think we should do this. So then this I given one of the Friday evening. I went to my hometown, coming back Monday morning. Believe me, I was just 3 months joined into ISRO, and this paper has come back to me. It's a very good work, Mr. Annadurai. If you are ready, it's your responsibility to do it. I got really bold. What does this mean? My responsibility means what? I have nothing money, nothing is there. What I can do? Then he told, it's your responsibility to tell what budget you want also. So then you want, he's telling, what is me want? Because then anyhow, something I wrote, I told 7.5 lakhs the budget. My salary at that month was 750 rupees. Okay, that just you can equate that scale also. So then he agreed. He agreed and he gave the budget and he gave things and do it. But then only I realized doing it, it took 4 years for me systematically to understand what the systems are and how to convert into mathematical and functional models, how you can code it, and how you can make it mimic a satellite in a software form in a system, such that in a control center it looked like satellite. Okay, whatever I told, Chandrayaan has gone, Mangalyaan has gone. Before that's really being done, we must be able to simulate that it's putting into the orbit. If you do some error, it will get into a problem. Then you have to recover it. So it will mimic like a satellite. Doing it is that. So the man, a boy of this nature, has become a man of this nature in the process of taking that responsibility, taking that opportunity. It's a challenge and converting into a thing. That's what it happened to be. Okay, it is initial stories like that. Fast forward, I completed my ISRO thing. Now I come back. So now space to Earth. Just I'm connecting myself there. Now my retirement took place. It's after 32 years of service in ISRO, 36 years of service in ISRO. So then after that, government of Tamil Nadu gave me an opportunity for making a new position, the Vice President for Tamil Nadu State Council Science and Technology, where Chief Minister himself and Higher Education Minister himself, they are the President and Chairmen. So this opportunity was given, and directly I can interact and ask for them what I can do. But now I don't want Tamil Nadu to go to the moon or Mars. Okay, now I have to go to Tamil Nadu to do something there. So what I acquired from space, what I can do it back to there. So we worked out in some systematic way, basically trying to how the science culture can be nurtured within the state, from starting from schools to all the way to the upbringing the scientists' point of view, recognizing, then picking up some of the technologies which are good enough that can go to the society. Okay, that means meeting with the college principals, how the college education can go, scaling up the SNT promotion projections, then lab to land, identifying couple of technologies. Okay, for example, today drone corporation of Tamil Nadu is it just in the anvil. It's only a matter of some nothing going on formalities. I think this is going to happen because thanks to the effort whatever some of the universities have done, looking at that how we can make the things together in such a way, we can, like our ISRO organization drone, how it can do the function for the Tamil Nadu in terms for agriculture, very many things what it can do. Similarly, another thing is banana waste to wealth thing. Down the line probably I will touch off each few of them. So this is now coming from there, not asking for a new project for Moon or Mars, but still the experience of whatever gained there. Moon was not experienced, Mars we are not experienced, but still we made it. Similarly, going to the some of the technologies, how it can go to the land. I think the way in which whatever we have seen there, the work culture, whatever we acquired there, and that is where it can be translated into this mode. That's one of the thing is like our satellites elsewhere people have done, but the satellite versus what we have done for the common needs. Similarly, for the drones, what all can be done using the existing sensors. I think many of you are aware that's happening there, but putting these things, very many things we can do. Okay, very many things we can do that with even lidar possible, very many things are possible there. That means it not only can see, it can be peripheral sensor and actuator, it can do spraying or something else also it can do that. That means starting from agriculture to mining, various ways these satellites can, drones can be used. But that with connectivity of satellites availability, we can do in much better way. Okay, that means the satellite only can see what it is, but now the drones can see in a much better resolution one way. Then it can be an end effector also. It can do something better than what it is can be done. So it can, when it's commanded something, it can deliver that place. Okay, it can be a pesticide, it can be for the drone thing, it can be for the locust control, whatever we have done recently. So very many things it can do, even the border security, many things can be done. So it's widespread thing, it's possible to do. So that I think the state level we are trying to take and proceed for the drones are concerned. So this is now it is not only talking, it is reaching to a common man. Okay, like whatever sold satellite reaching common man, drone reaching to common man. Now you look at here, an ordinary farmer is using the drone for the spraying things is concerned, for pest spray. So that shows how the technology is reaching the common man. Right away, it's happening. Okay, that's just giving in a few examples. What beyond ISRO, that is a legacy of working in 36 years, how it's helping me to reach to the people, how to connect that. That's what I'm trying to put here. This is another thing. Another thing you look here, banana waste to wealth. Here also the technologies in a very modest level is available. I'm not telling it's not nothing new. It's nothing new here, but still the scale in which what I'm going to do is you will come to know what does this mean. For example, banana we are cultivating for the banana fruit only. Remaining the tree almost going a waste. Now the people has identified you can draw raw fiber from there. The raw fiber can be processed, and you can go to the level of sarees and garment. That level is possible, but it is a very low level of things happening today. It's very low. So like Gandhiji is doing for the hand held system, something like that for the overall textile point of view. But now the British made the whole change difference that the textile. Now you look at here for the billions of people, the textile giving wearing giving for this many people, the normal way, conventional way, not possible. That's how the whole textile has come. Technology helped. Similarly, that technology intervention, what it can do, few remains same, but the quantum supposed to come much big way. And that you look at here, every part of tree is useful. Every part of the tree, after the taking the sap out and the fiber goes, the remaining things you take that core can be done for going. For example, maida. In the maida, you can properly mix it, and maida even for the your basically your fiber content of the maida can be improved, so that it is not going to be an issue. No longer a maida consumption in terms of the biscuit or whatever you do, it's not going to be an issue. Similarly, various things, your health drink is possible, and even ethanol possible, and organic nutrient fertilizer possible. So this is water comes after that. Uh, you squeeze it too much on this. So fiber content goes here, the water content goes here. That means every part, every drop of banana can be used in various ways. Okay, India is the number one cultivator in the world for the banana point of view. And you look at here now, cotton. Yes, it's good, but cotton, to get 1 kg of the cotton yarn, noted, as I read and as I was told by expert, nearly 60,000 liters of water you have to use. 1 kg of cotton. Okay, in kg of, because you are cultivating cotton, you are taking it and taking it yarn and dyeing it. Very many water process happening there. Finally, when you wear that in that whatever 1 kg of yarn is there, that could have spent that could have eaten consumed nearly 60,000 liters of water. But now banana one, for the banana only you're cultivating, remaining all are nominally waste. Even to get out of the waste, farmer is spending money today. Now you can take that out, and from there you can, that waste you are trying to make use of that. Okay, and with that one side fiber comes, and very many other activities are coming there. That means if normally it's a waste, that waste it is converting into a big way. That's the thing there. So now what all I'm doing it here, what all I'm telling here, even done being today, even also being done there, but the way in which you are doing the scale is very small. Okay, but sorry for the intervention, because this I went for CM to give him a written in Tamil. So what it talks about is this, all the processes are there, but this process takes nearly typically per day, that this system takes only 25 kg of yarn you'll be able to produce. Yeah, raw fiber you can produce 25 kg only, but you cannot spend more than 100 trees can be consumed there. But India is having nearly 4.5 lakh hectares of land cultivated. Every acre itself is having more or less 7,500 trees are available. So nearly when 4,500, 4.5 lakh hectares means nearly 10 lakh acres. So you can think about how that many trees are available to consume that. This rate not possible. So what we are talking about is, we are talking about this what technology intervention, whatever we have done. Okay, that means, is it possible to have per day a machine, a system which makes 300 kg, 3 tons. Okay, if you are able to do over the year, we will be able to consume all the waste into a well. Okay, and this is the system what I am working with. Then another IIT students there, it is almost ready. Post Pongal in Tamil Nadu, I think this may probably get released. Okay, and this is the work right away we are doing on that. And while doing it here, that's various places we identified, and those places this may happen there. This may happen. That's what happened. That's the understanding. In Maharashtra also it's going to happen. So this is the plant. What we are talking about is that one unit will be multiplied something like this. The one it's coming, sorry for the font is concerned, but anyway I tell that this is basically the banana tree, raw tree is coming after banana fruit has been cultivated, it lands here. But now it gets processed. One side raw fiber comes, then remaining the liquid, a lot of liquid will be there, and the liquid is converted into various things. Okay, it can be a mineral nutrient thing for the back to the farmer himself. Okay, I cannot tell it's organic nutrient, better than even the fertilizer. It can be possible, and the health drinks possible, and you have very good switchers, composite materials for the automobile and aerospace, even the windmills point of view possible, and your acoustic panels you can do. I think so many activities are possible here beyond banana fiber. Banana fiber, it will create nearly per day our target is somewhere around 150 metric tons per day. This plant can generate huge amount of things. So that means you have like a cotton textile, a silk textile, woolen textile. Soon we will have banana textile. Okay, that will make India's presence. India is going to be the pioneer in that. I think that's what's going to happen there, and this being done using the student skill. I am telling you, okay, IITs I'm telling you, because soon you will come to know about this. Using the student skills, we are trying to do this to happen in this. And now this is how the plant will look like. Just to give you a movie of that is concerned. That means this plant will generate nearly one unit. This one unit alone can generate 3 tons per day, and nearly 23 tons of the core, and 90 tons of the switcher, and 1.75 lakhs liter of sap water. This converts into so much of wealth back. It's not a waste. Now it creates a wealth even much beyond the banana fruit. This concept is going to happen there. Okay, so that's why what we now today farmer is struggling how to get rid of that waste. But now it's going to be the whole thing will get changed sooner or later. Now it's concerned. Here also, as I told, the amount of time whatever is spent, it's like a Mars only. Okay, you may not believe me. This is idea conception to realization is matter of few weeks we have done. You may not even realize, but this is what happened there, and it is using the couple of students and a few professors is concerned. Yeah. Yes. These are all the missions as of now. Trial run is going on. Whatever I told is on the movie. These are all the real hardware trial run going on there. Yeah. Now this is now already Chief Minister has announced. Okay, this is going to happen. That means it means announced. Chennai IIT is really not Chennai IIT. It is Stimulate TDP of Kanjivaram. Okay, that through that along with them I'm doing on that. And this is, I think it's both the Tamil Nadu government, I think Maharashtra also is now taking up. That's what I was told. So put together, it's going to be a national effort. It's going to happen. Very modest way. Okay, very resourcing budget only we use, and we have done that. Similarly, Tamil Nadu Drone Corporation, that also being announced. Okay, science and tech, self-reliant India point of view, that's also coming in a big way. So now what all I'm trying to tell is here is, whatever my legacy, whatever my experience in there, whatever this put together, ISRO is what? ISRO is basically, almost all are Indians only. We all studied in our India only, our Indian institution only. But still, we are all putting the people together, working as a team. We could manage it. Similarly, today you look at here, we have the excellent islands. Okay, islands of excellence in terms of education, in terms of agriculture, in terms of research, in terms of healthcare, in terms of industries. There. What ISRO has done, ISRO has made, I think, all those things together and made a meaningful thing in very, I can tell you in a very short time period. Definitely we have done that. Okay, so our space technology point of view, our entry to where we stand today is a very shortest route. Okay, and money spent also reasonably less. I cannot tell it's huge, reasonably less only, but still we could manage that. Now taking that legacy there, now is it possible to connect? Okay, the center of islands of center of excellence, connecting the things together. If you do, definitely we can do much better. Doesn't mean we have to do in space alone. We can do it back in the ground itself. Okay, just I have shown the few examples. What happened in a matter of few months? What happened there? Seven, that such a thing is happening. Definitely, untapped potential is huge in India. If you are able to tap it, we are able to channelize it properly. I think we can do wonders than anybody thinks about. I think much beyond anybody thinks about. I think wonders of islands of excellence is there. Just we have to connect it. I think the legacy of Indian space program indicates, yes, it's possible. Once you do it, the channelized properly, definitely our targets will be much higher. Doesn't mean the inputs needs to be very large. Even the very, very small input, huge outputs possible. That I have showed time and again showed that. Similar thing in shorter time frame with available resources, properly bridge it, properly channelize it. I think I have shown some of the few examples. So a couple of more things also I'm working. So when an individual like this, for just because of his presence in the organization for the few years, he could make that. Why not? Why not all? Taking the space legacy of the whole of ISRO, converting into a Indian soil, I think we can do wonders than anybody else. So not that Wonder Islands only be connected there, Wonder Center of Excellence of India also get connected. I think this is the message I was trying to put forward to you people. And towards that, just I want to show some few opportunities just emerging is, now you know that few thousand satellites will be connecting anywhere to anywhere on the earth. It's happening. The 5G versus low Earth satellites of Elon Musk or our Airtel and the UK is happening. Or very, very many competing agencies are doing. So huge number of satellites going to be launched, not going to be launched in spite of the pandemic, few hundreds of the satellites being launched almost every alternate week. And the huge satellites constellation is keep happening. Happening for what? To connect anywhere to anywhere in India. That means not anywhere to anywhere in the globe. That means anyone to anyone, anyone to anything, anything to anything. This opens up a huge opportunity of what we can do. Okay, and that just I'm telling about that. Already few hundred satellites are already in orbit. Yeah, not only in a space. That's what I told you. Now I told yes, first by few years of experience in space, something meaningful you have done in a space. Doesn't mean you have to continue the space alone. Opportunities back in Earth is huge. Okay, and in this arena, of this many satellites coming up, connecting it there, anywhere to anywhere like a mess, I think there is a wonderful opportunities what can be unearthed. Okay, and this is just a few examples I told. For we were telling about a drone getting connected there. You can sit anywhere, but still you can operate that there, and that can do very, very meaningful operations for very many people. That sort of things is very much feasible. Just few examples I showed there. This is giving an opportunity. My as far I am concerned, this is a huge opportunity. Probably 30 years back, I would have been 30, 40 years younger, and I don't know, I would have jumped, what height I would have jumped, I don't know. Okay, but now it's up to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The space legacy gives a very good challenging opportunities. If you're able to ready to take it, I think it's up to you. That means soon there will be 5G to solve that way. Okay, it will connect 6 billion people, 30 billion devices, and 50 billion machines online. It means everyone and everything connected. Who will connect it? Who will make use of it? I think it is an opportunity. It is a golden opportunity across every geography, supporting every application: consumer broadband, mobile gaming, connected cars, ships, planes, soldiers, connected farmers. So I think you name it, I think you can do it. Okay, it's only your imagination is only the limit. You can really do it. That means space to earth, opening a great opportunities and challenges. When I'm looking at here, though I am getting older and older, when I see these opportunities, to be frank, I'm getting younger and younger. I think that's what I can tell you. So younger people should feel. I think you should resonate like anything, and you should bubble with the enthusiasm and grab this opportunity to show to the world what India is. I think this is a golden opportunity. Grab it, do it. I think success is in your hand. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir, for this beautiful and energetic talk. We definitely have some questions lined up for you from our audience. So I'll go about reading them and begin the Q&A session now.
Yeah.
So the first question we have, like it appeared so many times, is that what would be your advice to students who aspire to get into the field of space science and technology and eventually aspire to end up into ISRO?
Okay, it's a advice is the last thing what I would normally will do. Basically, it should get connect with you. Okay, basically, but when I'm talking, if it has triggered you, I think then you are. That's first and foremost. Okay, that means you are in sync with and only that station will connect it to you. That means when I'm talking, somewhere it clicked you, then I think that there is something space scientist of you is in you. That's the point to take it. But space scientist doesn't mean you have to put everything to space. That is also I touched it here. You can advantageously use the space for back to Earth. Okay, that is the core of the thing. I think you connect these two things. It doesn't mean fanatically you should just be in ISRO alone. Today, even beyond ISRO, opportunities are plenty. I can tell you, after 36 years of serving in ISRO, when I come out, today, whatever I see opportunity is something I have not ever thought about. Okay, which one to take is really thinking. Okay, that is the more sitting there. So that way, I think today the space connects you. Space is like a highway. In the highway, what you use it up to you. Okay, that is that. As far as I am concerned, that is the mode. Uh, that's it. I think that's it.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So the next question is, one of our participants asks, I have heard that your village didn't have water facility when Chandrayaan discovered water on moon. How do you feel when you look back to your journey and realize this fact?
Okay, that is, I think Pallav Bagla has brought that story up. Okay, it is actually, when my young age, it was okay. In young age, it was okay. But afterwards, because of various things, we lost the things there. And then when we went back, I myself surprised. There was a big lake, a 400-acre lake, totally deserted. And you didn't see the water for so many years later. So that source was tinkled. The whole, not only our village, nearby many villages lost water. So when we search for water, and believe me, the river, which was having almost a perennial river, okay, it was you used to take catch a fair fish and crab, so many things used to do. That dried water, the dried river, in the midst of that, we dig a borewell. Believe me, 1,500 meters we discovered water. Okay, but that much money I didn't have. But my discovery of water on the moon helped me to connect me to the millionaires of in Coimbatore. They helped me to dig the borewell and a huge the system and bringing the water back to the village. Everything they have done. So discovery of water on the moon helped me to discover water on my soil. I told the story something like that.
Yeah, this again goes back to your previous answer. You don't need to be in space
Yeah,
always. Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So the next question we have is, apart from societal applications that you mentioned, do you think space science can help our defense establishments somehow?
We are doing nothing
Okay.
more I can spell.
Okay. Okay, sir. We'll leave it to that then. The next question is, robotics and AI are buzzwords today. Which technologies do you think shall facilitate development in space sciences the most in coming years?
I think technology point of view, definitely robotics and AI. AI, think it definitely called out, because now what happened when you're talking about so many satellites are coming. The conventional way of today, it's more like a car only. We are using the satellites, manned car. So unmanned driverless car is required for the Earth. Whether it's coming in Earth or not, definitely in the space, a controllerless satellites are really called for. Okay, so many people not possible. So for that, definitely good amount of autonomy called for. AI is called for. I think a good success of Chandrayaan 1, I can attribute one of the thing is the space autonomy helped in a long way for the first success of Chandrayaan, our Mangalyaan is concerned. And there, I definitely, of course, I cannot tell it's a great AI technology we used, but definitely the basics, whatever we use, what is required for its reconfiguration, autonomy, looking for false identification, false location, and reconfiguration, that helped a lot. So now I think ISRO also going in very many ways, how to avoid even the debris, look for and do it, and very many assets are there. So that way, I think artificial intelligence is an emerging field in every technology, including space.
Okay, sir. Okay, so the next question we have is, what do you think was the most challenging aspect of the Mangalyaan mission?
Okay, most challenging. Of course, I told everything. Nothing will take the chance. That's the first and foremost. But the thing is, not many people know. I think the mission Mangal script has gone from my lab only. Okay. And it's almost the same, almost same. That's why when we are, I told the industry partner who is funding for our banana project, when we inaugurate that factory, I told Akshay Kumar is needed, because we have written another script. Okay, it should inspire him in some form. One thing. Second thing is, seeing that movie only, that industry partner invited me for to visit his industry, and our acquaintance started that way only. So there is a connection to the Mission Mangal and what I'm doing now, and there is a connection with Mission Mangal and what am I today. So this cycle is definitely, it is a well knitted one. I think it's good.
Okay, sir. The second last question we have for today is, where do you see ISRO in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay, I would like to rephrase this question a slightly different way. Uh, 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 it is beyond ISRO. It's Indian space program. I think this is what I envisage. I told many times, even when I was in ISRO also. Definitely, Indian space program cannot confine with just number, just to spread out, because so many thinking, so many innovation, and then only you can have Elon Musk's of India can come outside ISRO. Okay, today Elon Musk is challenging every space organization. Okay, so now ISRO is trying to challenge other space organizations. Definitely, to challenge some ISRO also, somebody has to come from outside. So then only that this competition will help the Indian space program. So I feel it's beyond ISRO. So Indian Space Research Organization is not an organization; it is an Indian space program. I take it that way. So in that way, definitely Indian space program has shown already very economically we can do, we can succeed, we can reliably we can do. So this takes in some of the consumer project, you know, very reliably somebody is doing, economically doing, people are behind that market. So Indian space market is definitely coined by this way of very economical, reliable, and successful. I think this brand can take Indian space program to miles.
Okay, sir. And so the final question, which is quite hot for today, is, will there be any effects of the pandemic on space missions according to you?
Yeah, that is whatever I showed, the last of the view graphs, whatever I showed, is basically connecting anywhere to anywhere, anything to everything. Okay, so that is the one the people have taken already a pandemic as an opportunity to open it up the space assets in a very big way. Okay, previously some people attempted but it failed, but this time even Elon Musk himself is in that field. Not only Elon Musk, I think we are all feeling. I think the space has a very good vantage point to help not reoccurrence of the things, but it is basically people need not go around. Okay, so for example, in IT industry need not be centering around the cities. Even from the villages, people can work. Very many things can be done wherever you are there. You need not keep cross going there. So that means how the roads connected the people. Now space will connect anywhere to anywhere, and this is cyber physical system. What if somebody asks for AI and robotics? So all put together, you can be there anywhere. Intellectually, you can sit anywhere, but still you can do anything wherever you want. So this connectivity will be provided the space. And when that happens there, definitely how in the normal infrastructure, what is how it's blooming, real estate, interstate blooming, like that space also will go up like anything. That is for our own point of view. Second, exploration for the moon and Mars also definitely, because this pandemic, one way gives, yes, anywhere to anywhere you can connect and do, but still it gives an accelerated thinking. The thinking was there on all the space scientists, because this human species is a very vital, very valuable thing. We have to keep this some other planets also. Something happens to here, the life form should be available there. So that is also getting accelerated. So that is one back to Earth, its application and exploration to the moon and Mars, so that possible colonies in the future happening, like US continent, Australian continent become habitated, like that. Extended Earth, beyond Earth, is another possibility. That is Earth also to connect it and do well, and connect something to Earth also, and so that human presence is there outside Earth also. So this way, I think both ways the pandemic has given an accelerated impetus to the space scientists.
Definitely, sir. Okay, so in the interest of time, we'll have to conclude with the Q&A session now, and also with today's webinar. Thanks a lot for all the questions, audience. And also thank you so much, Dr. Annadurai, for taking out some time and agreeing to deliver this wonderful talk. It was so great having you with us today and knowing about your experiences and ideas on India's space technology endeavors. Thank you so once again
Thank you.
for joining us.
Thank you.